AHMED, IFL2, the MTK Global. Just caught up with Barry Hearn a couple of days ago, but big news last night, Barry.
What with the weight?
Well, two big things. Well, let's start with the weight. What do you make of Ruiz weighing in that?
It completely confused me, I've got to be honest. I wasn't sure whether... At one stage I thought it might even be mind games, that Ruiz had drank a gallon of water before the weigh-in or something and trying to get in AJ's head. And then I thought maybe he's just partied and then got into camp really heavy because he's, just enjoyed his heavyweight success. I don't know, I find it very confusing. I mean, I was pleased with AJ's weight. I thought he looks meaner, looks slimmer, looks faster, hopefully more stamina.
More focused as well?
Yeah, I think he's always pretty focused. I think he knows the size of the task ahead, whereas last time he didn't. So whether that affects the result, time alone will tell. But I was quite confused with Ruiz's weight. Really strange, and I can't make it out. I mean, I don't know. I just can't get to terms with how you can be 14 pound heavier. A normal reaction of a new champion is always to be energised, to return to the ring, to get in better shape, because it's always harder to retain a title than it is to win a title, if you follow me. The mind is altogether separate mindset. Mm-hmm. When you've got nothing to lose and you're getting a good payday, but when you've won that and you've got used to those baubles around your waist, those belts, then that generally energises you. I was expecting Ruiz to come in 14 pound under his last weight and to show that, I'm a world champion, I want to defend my title and I'll put the work in. Now, he may well have put the work in, but he may have had a hindrance from post-success excesses. So time will tell, but I think it was definitely, I think the weigh-in was won by AJ. Whether he wins the fight, we'll have to see.
But whatever happens tonight, I think people shouldn't make excuses. Oh, Ruiz was never that good anyways, or do you know what I mean? Or the weight affected this.
Never.
It's
just
just picking us back up. Whatever happens tonight, there's two world-class fighters, and there should be no excuses whatsoever.
No question about that at all. I mean, I don't think Ruiz got the respect when he fought the first time because they looked at his physical condition with ignoring the fact that he's a world-class fighter. He proved he's a world-class fighter, and these two are probably right up there as the top two heavyweights in the world in terms of technique and style. Wilder and Fury are up there as well. There's this sort of very interesting level of four great fighters. No, whatever the result, no excuses, no complaints.
Okay, the other breaking news last night, of course, was to do with Dillian Whyte and the statement UKAD released. Your thoughts on it, Barry?
Well, I think we talked the other day and I was saying how bad it was that there hadn't been a statement, and I'm really happy to see that UKAD have made this clearance statement. I'm really happy for Dillian Whyte because those of people that know Dillian Whyte know there was never a problem to start with, but of course the haters jump on any excuse, and that's cleared the air, taken a weight off Dillian Whyte's mind, restored any doubts to his reputation that anyone might have had, and including the WBC who suspended Dillian for whatever reason. So I hope everyone eats a bit of humble pie. I hope they bow their heads in shame and respect Dillian Whyte for the fighter and the man he is.
Just lastly on that, of course he became mandatory after he beat Oscar Rivas, but the WBC pushed back that mandatory status to 2021 in February, and Tyson Fury is the mandatory for Deontay Wilder.
Just totally bizarre. I suppose the only description you can say, this is boxing, welcome to the world of boxing politics, for whatever reason, usually sanction-led, fee-wise. I don't have time for it. I don't think it's right. I think it's pretty disgraceful, and I think it's pretty consistent with a lot of boxing, But Dillian Whyte, class doesn't go away. Dillian Whyte is a top fighter. He's been very patient. He's also been quite active. He's kept himself as busy. Obviously he has a little bit of a delay on this one, but prior to that. So his time will come, and he's good enough to wait for that time, and he's confident in his own ability. But as far as WBC mandatories, I think he's effectively been number one for over 2 years. In another world, I think it would have been legal action against the WBC in the same way as when I think the Italian-German who fought Eubank sued the WBC, if you remember.
Yeah.
His name escapes me, but Rocchigiani. You know, and that bankrupted the WBC. So I would have hoped they learned from that lesson. But nevertheless, we'll see what happens. The heavyweight scene is so big, there are lots and lots of different opportunities for Dillian
Usyk's
Whyte,
just walked in behind you, so...
well, there you go. He's another one, you know. We're blessed with a lot of talent at the moment.
Okay, tune in to Sky Sports Box Office tonight for Ruiz Joshua 2 and a fantastic undercard as well. Barry, thank you for your time and talent.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, mate.
Is special. Absolute dynamite.